Have you ever stood in front of the bread aisle at the supermarket, holding a loaf in your hand, feeling completely unsure about which one is safe for your blood sugar? For people living with diabetes, finding a type of bread that is both tasty and doesn't spike blood sugar can feel like a difficult journey. But here's the good news: not all bread is bad. In fact, some types can help you stay full longer and actually support more stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. So the first question is there really a type of bread you can eat without guilt? Maybe even one that's good for your blood sugar? The answer is yes. And in today's video, we're going to explore the 5 best types of bread for people with diabetes. 1. Ezekiel bread, a wholesome companion made from sprouted grains. Ezekiel bread is not like the regular loaves you often see at the store. Instead of being made from refined flour, it's made from sprouted whole grains. And that's the key reason why Ezekiel bread digests more slowly and doesn't cause blood sugar spikes like typical bread does. The glycemic index, or GI, of this bread is around 36, much lower than white bread or even standard whole wheat bread. This means that after eating Ezekiel bread, you won't experience those sudden sugar highs and crashes. Instead, your blood sugar stays steady over a longer period. One slice of Ezekiel bread provides about 3 to 4 grams of fiber, 5 grams of protein, and complex carbohydrates. That combination helps you feel fuller for longer, slows down digestion, and supports balanced blood sugar levels. Sprouted grains, the main ingredient, make all the difference. The sprouting process breaks down starches, increases fiber content, and makes vitamins and minerals easier for your body to absorb. In other words, less sugar is released into your blood, and nutrients are better used by your body. What's more, Ezekiel bread has a clean ingredient list: no refined flour, no added sugar, no artificial preservatives. It's made from whole grains and legumes like wheat, barley, millet, rye, lentils, and soybeans, giving you a complete plant-based protein source and plenty of essential minerals. That's especially valuable for people with diabetes or anyone following a healthy lifestyle. How to use Ezekiel bread wisely. Lightly toast it before eating. This not only improves the texture and taste, but also slightly lowers the glycemic impact by increasing resistant starch. Store it in the fridge or freezer. Since it has no preservatives, it spoils quickly at room temperature. Keep it in the freezer and toast slices as needed. Pair it with protein or healthy fats instead of sugary jams or spreads. Try topping it with mashed avocado, boiled eggs, unsweetened nut butter, like almond or peanut, low-fat cheese, smoked salmon. These toppings help slow down the digestion of starches and create a balanced meal with healthy fats, protein, and fiber, perfect for blood sugar control. Important reminders: Ezekiel bread does contain gluten, so it's not suitable for people with gluten intolerance or celiac disease. Even though it's a better option, portion control still matters. 1 slice per meal is usually enough to avoid carb overload. In short, Ezekiel bread is an excellent choice for people with diabetes. It digests slowly, contains no added sugars, and is rich in both fiber and protein. When eaten in the right portions and paired with the right foods, it allows you to enjoy bread again, safely and deliciously. 2. Whole grain rye bread, the secret to staying full and keeping blood sugar stable. Have you ever heard of rye bread? In the world of diabetes nutrition, 100% whole grain rye bread is considered one of the smartest and most effective choices for managing blood sugar levels. What sets this bread apart is how your body digests it. Compared to white bread or even regular whole wheat bread, rye bread has a glycemic index of just 45 to 55. That means after eating it, your blood sugar rises slowly and steadily, without those sharp spikes and crashes that can be dangerous for people with diabetes. Each slice of rye bread typically contains 15 to 18 grams of carbohydrates, mostly slow-digesting complex carbs, 3 to 5 grams of fiber, which helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, natural plant-based protein, which helps you feel full and maintain steady energy. Another big benefit is its use of whole, unrefined grains. Unlike refined flour, rye flour is often coarsely ground or made from the whole grain, including the fiber-rich bran layer and B vitamins. Because of this, your body takes longer to break down the bread, keeping you full longer and preventing sudden blood sugar spikes. Many rye breads are also naturally fermented through sourdough processes. This lowers the glycemic index even more and promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria in your gut, supporting digestion and blood sugar metabolism. How to choose the right rye bread? And look for labels that say 100% whole grain rye. The ingredients should be simple: rye flour, water, and salt. Avoid products that contain white flour, molasses, honey, added sugar, or artificial additives. Watch out. Many breads that appear dark or say multigrain are just white bread with coloring or a few seeds added. Always read the ingredient list carefully. Tips for using rye bread without spiking blood sugar. Lightly toast it to enhance flavor and slightly lower the glycemic response. Store in the fridge or freezer to keep it fresh longer, since most real rye breads have no preservatives. Stick to 1 slice per meal to avoid excessive carbohydrate intake. Pair it with protein and healthy fats, such as unsweetened peanut butter, boiled eggs, tuna or smoked salmon, low-fat cheese. This kind of meal pairing helps slow down digestion even more and provides a balanced, satisfying plate that supports blood sugar control. Important notes: and rye bread does contain gluten, although usually less than regular wheat bread, so it's not suitable for those with celiac disease or gluten intolerance. Choose traditionally made rye breads without added sweeteners or artificial flavors. Be cautious with terms like multigrain. They often refer to refined bread with a few added seeds, not truly whole grain products. In short, whole grain rye bread is an excellent option for people with diabetes. It digests slowly, prevents sudden blood sugar spikes, is rich in fiber, and works well in a variety of meals. If you're looking to replace white bread with something healthier, give this one a try. It's both delicious and diabetes-friendly. 3. Sourdough bread. Soft, flavorful, and friendly for blood sugar. You may have heard of sourdough bread as a traditional, old-fashioned type of bread. But did you know that for people with diabetes, sourdough can be one of the smartest choices? Thanks to its special fermentation process, sourdough bread helps manage blood sugar much better than regular bread. The glycemic index, GI, of sourdough bread ranges from 50 to 55, lower than white bread, which usually has a GI over 70. Why is that? Because sourdough is made with wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria that break down some of the starch and slow down how fast sugar enters your bloodstream. Each slice of sourdough bread typically contains 15 to 20 grams of carbohydrates, a moderate amount of fiber depending on the flour used, natural resistant starch, which helps slow down digestion. Why is fermentation so important? When dough is fermented slowly with natural yeast, several helpful changes happen. Phytic acid is broken down, which normally blocks the absorption of minerals. Friendly bacteria grow, improving gut health and insulin sensitivity. Starch gets pre-digested, leading to a lower overall glycemic impact. Sourdough also tends to have less gluten, so some people who are sensitive to gluten may digest it more easily. However, it is not gluten-free. so it's not safe for those with celiac disease. How to choose the best sourdough bread for diabetes. You'll look for sourdough made with whole grains such as whole wheat, rye, or spelt. Ingredients should be simple: flour, water, salt, and natural starter. Avoid breads made with commercial yeast, sugar, honey, or corn syrup. Many store-bought sourdough breads use quick-rise yeast and added sugars. These do not offer the same blood sugar benefits as true, naturally fermented sourdough. How to enjoy sourdough the healthy way. You stick to one slice per meal. Do not pair it with sugary toppings like jam or honey. Combine with protein and healthy fats such as boiled or lightly fried egg, mashed avocado or smoked salmon, low-fat cheese, or unsweetened nut butter. You can also freeze the bread and toast a slice when needed. Interestingly, freezing and reheating sourdough increases resistant starch, which helps lower the glycemic response even more. Sample sourdough meal ideas. Use light breakfast. Toasted sourdough with avocado and a boiled egg. Lunch. Grilled chicken sandwich with tomato, greens, and lemon olive oil dressing. Snack. One slice with nut butter and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Things to remember. Avoid breads with added sugar, refined flour, or artificial ingredients. Skip toppings like jam, condensed milk, or margarine. Don't overeat. Even low GI bread adds up in carbs if you eat too much. In short, sourdough bread is a traditional food with modern health benefits. Thanks to its natural fermentation, lower starch load, and gut-friendly bacteria, this bread is not only delicious, it's also very diabetes-friendly when enjoyed wisely. 4. Flaxseed and chia seed bread. Small but powerful for blood sugar control. If you've always thought bread was the enemy of blood sugar, it's time to think again. There's now a category of bread that doesn't use regular flour at all. Instead, it's made from nutrient-dense seeds, rich in fiber and healthy fats. We're talking about flaxseed bread and chia seed bread. What makes these breads stand out is their very low glycemic index and minimal digestible carbs. A typical slice contains just 3 to 10 grams of carbohydrates, most of which are non-digestible fiber. That means they do not cause sharp blood sugar spikes after eating. Why are they so effective? Because both flax seeds and chia seeds are loaded with soluble and insoluble fiber, which work together to slow down glucose absorption in the intestines, extend the feeling of fullness and maintain steady energy, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce insulin resistance. A single slice of this bread can provide 5 to 8 grams of fiber, 6 to 10 grams of protein, 8 to 12 grams of healthy fats, mostly omega-3s from ALA, a plant-based fatty acid that supports heart health. In addition, both seeds are rich in minerals like magnesium, calcium, iron, and zinc, all of which support healthy blood sugar metabolism. The omega-3s in particular help reduce chronic inflammation, a common issue for people with diabetes. What makes these breads different from regular bread? They usually contain no refined flour. They are naturally gluten-free, unless wheat flour is added. They are made with nut or seed flours such as almond flour, coconut flour, ground flax, or chia. This kind of bread is digested slowly, helping stabilize blood sugar and keeping you full for longer. Thanks to the healthy fat content, you'll also feel more satisfied without needing to eat as much. How to choose the right kind of flaxseed or chia seed bread. Look for bread made only from flax seeds, chia seeds, eggs, coconut oil, or nut butter, no added sugar. Avoid products with honey, maple syrup, or starchy fillers like tapioca or cassava flour. Always read the ingredient list to make sure there's no refined flour or chemical additives. These breads don't rise like sourdough, but their high fiber and fat content keeps the glycemic index extremely low. That means you can enjoy 1 to 2 slices per meal without worrying about spikes in blood sugar, like with regular bread. Best ways to enjoy flaxseed or chia seed bread. And then toasted with nut butter, boiled eggs, or low-fat cheese. As a sandwich with grilled chicken, leafy greens, and avocado spread. Light breakfast with chia seed bread and smoked salmon. Storage tip. Because these breads contain natural oils from the seeds, they can spoil if left at room temperature for too long. Store them in the refrigerator or freezer and toast before eating to restore their texture and flavor. A few notes of caution. And even though it's a super bread, don't overeat. Portion control still matters. Some commercial versions may include refined flour or added sugar. Always check the label. If you're not used to eating high-fiber foods, start slowly to avoid bloating or digestive discomfort. In summary, if you're looking for a bread that keeps your energy stable, supports blood sugar balance, and helps you stay full, flaxseed and chia seed bread is one of the best choices. It's a smart way to enjoy bread again without sacrificing your health. 5. Almond or coconut flour bread. Enjoy bread without spiking blood sugar. Unlike traditional breads made from grain-based flours, bread made from almond flour or coconut flour contains no fast-digesting starches, the kind that usually spike your blood sugar. These are low-carb, high-fiber, and healthy fat-rich options, making them ideal for low-carb diets and especially for people with diabetes. A typical slice of almond or coconut flour bread contains just 2 to 6 grams of carbohydrates, most of which are non-digestible fiber, 6 to 10 grams of protein, 8 to 15 grams of healthy fats. Thanks to this powerful combination of protein and fat, this bread helps to slow down digestion and sugar absorption, provide steady energy without a rapid drop later, reduce hunger and improve appetite controls. Almond flour has a very low glycemic index of around 15, while coconut flour is extremely rich in soluble fiber, which absorbs water and forms a gel in the gut. This gel slows glucose absorption into the bloodstream, helping keep blood sugar stable. Almond flour also provides high amounts of vitamin E, magnesium, calcium, and antioxidants. These nutrients protect blood vessels, support heart health, and help regulate blood pressure, all critical for diabetes care. Coconut flour, on the other hand, is nearly 40% fiber by weight. This supports digestion, helps lower cholesterol, and reduces post-meal blood sugar. Thanks to its fiber density, coconut flour bread is also effective for weight management, a key goal for many people with diabetes. Benefits of almond or coconut flour bread. Gluten-free, suitable for those with sensitivities or celiac disease. Low in carbs, fits into ketogenic and low-carb diets. All natural, without refined flours or insulin-spiking ingredients. How to choose the right kind. And the best options are homemade or from trusted brands with a short, simple ingredient list. Almond flour, coconut flour, eggs, nut butter, or coconut oil. Avoid breads that contain tapioca starch, sugar, honey, or maple syrup, as these can undermine blood sugar control. Always read the label to make sure there are no added starches or artificial fillers. Smart ways to enjoy almond or coconut flour bread. And eat 1 or 2 slices per meal, paired with healthy protein and fats like boiled eggs, nut butter, low-fat cheese, smoked salmon, or grilled chicken. Pair with low-carb vegetables like lettuce, tomato, cucumber, or sauces made from avocado, lemon, or garlic. For breakfast, toast a slice, spread with nut butter, and top with a few slices of strawberry or blueberry for added flavor without raising your sugar levels. Storage tips. Because this bread contains natural oils and no preservatives, it can spoil quickly at room temperature. The best options are store in the refrigerator and eat within 3 to 5 days, or freeze, then toast or warm before serving. A few recipe ideas. Almond bread sandwich with egg, leafy greens, and avocado sauce. toasted coconut flour bread with grilled chicken and cherry tomatoes, coconut flour bread with soft cheese and sliced cucumber. In summary, almond or coconut flour bread is a nearly ideal bread choice for people with diabetes. It helps keep blood sugar stable, promotes satiety, reduces cravings, supports digestion, and improves heart health. If you want to enjoy bread without the blood sugar roller coaster, this may be your perfect match. As you can see, not all types of bread are enemies for people with diabetes. With the right knowledge and careful choices, you can still enjoy this food, once thought to be off limits, while keeping your blood sugar under control. We've just explored 5 great types of bread that are safe and beneficial for people with diabetes. Ezekiel bread, made from sprouted whole grains, unrefined, digests slowly, and is rich in protein and fiber. 100% whole grain rye bread, naturally fermented, high in fiber, and helps keep blood sugar stable. Sourdough bread, slow to digest, improves nutrient absorption, and supports insulin response. Flaxseed or chia seed bread, low in carbs, high in fiber, rich in healthy fats, and fits low-carb diets. Almond or coconut flour bread, gluten-free, extremely low in carbs, digests slowly, and keeps you full longer. Eating bread doesn't have to be something to fear anymore. As long as you, and carefully read the label, choose naturally fermented breads with simple ingredients and no added sugar. Prioritize high-fiber breads made without refined flour. Always pair bread with protein or healthy fats to slow down sugar absorption. Remember, managing diabetes isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about learning to choose wisely, adjusting your portions, and combining foods in a way that gently nourishes your body over time. You can start today by simply switching the bread you eat each morning. One slice is one small step, and many small steps will build a strong foundation for your health journey. So, which type of bread are you using now? Or have you just found a new one to try today? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to hear about your journey and support you along the way. If today's tips were helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss future content. Wishing you strength, peace, and stable blood sugar every single day. See you again in the next video.